In a speech on Wednesday, British politician Liz Truss will discuss the implications of French President Emmanuel Macron's recent trip to China and his appeal for Beijing to help end the war in Ukraine. Truss will say that Western leaders visiting President Xi to ask for his support as a sign of weakness and instead urge the UK to take economic pressure on Beijing, to build up their armaments, and to support Taiwan in order to maintain free and democratic ideals. Truss will say that Xi and Vladimir Putin have become allies against Western capitalism, and that the mistakes made by Western leaders have allowed these countries to become more powerful and threatening. She will urge the UK government to adopt technology restrictions similar to those put in place by the US and the Netherlands, and to push for an economic NATO, in order to take a tougher stance against China. In her speech, Truss will also criticize the rise in state spending in UK and US since the turn of the millennium and link this with the rise of state capitalism. This has been a subject on which Tory MPs have looked upon her with admiration, although the government has resisted reclassifying China as a threat rather than a challenge in a recent update to the UK's national security strategy. Finally, Truss will address the controversial comments said to have been made by Macron to reporters on the plane home from China. While he is alleged to have said that Europe should not follow an American rhythm and a Chinese overreaction, Downing Street has said that ministers want to do everything we can to reduce tensions between China and Taiwan, and that they have a clear interest in the peace and stability in the Taiwan Strait. In order to tackle this complicated issue, Truss will urge the European Union leaders to adopt a united front in reducing tensions between China, Europe and the United States, while providing the necessary protection for Taiwan in order to maintain their free and democratic values. She will also suggest economic initiatives and technology restriction measures to ensure that pressure can be kept on China and its growing influence. In totality, Truss will highlight the need for Western leaders to take more responsibility and to stop appeasing China in order to protect our ideals and way of life.